Hello, my name is Jorge Jimenez. I am the general manager at Filmtools. And for those of you who don't know what Filmtools is, I like to say Filmtools is the Toys R Us for filmmakers. And by that, I mean Filmtools is a place that anybody with a creative vision uh, to, to create, whether film, animation, content creation, can come into Filmtools and find everything from lighting to media storage to cameras and equipment to help you realize those dreams. No matter what situation I find myself in, and through my career, every time I've walked into any opportunity, I've always made it a point to learn one, what the culture is like, and two, share my ideas of ways that improve any situation or understand the needs. So if I walk into any situation, I like to understand whatever's mission critical to the needs. So if I'm an animator and I'm working with a team and a project, the first thing I want to realize is what's the goal? What outcome do we want to achieve? Once I know what that is, then I get to work, one, learning everything that I need to do to make that happen, and two, communicating with my team every step of the way. How does this look, or how does this sound, or what do you think about this? And collaborating and making sure that your voice is heard. To me, empowering people to share ideas is critical, and that's one of the first things I say to any team member that joins our Film Tools team is you are going to be empowered to share ideas day one. And it throws people off. They oftentimes they get thrown back and saying, really? And I say, yes, if you walk in and you see something that you know will make a difference to either the work that we're doing or someone else, share that idea and let's get to work on it. And that's the reason we've been able to do so much of what we do, is because we empower. I love that. And that's the approach I always take. I like to go into any situation ready to share ideas to ensure that the people, whoever benefits from whatever we're creating, understand that everything, every single thought, every idea that I had went into it to ensure that it was a wonderful outcome. You have to be accepting and adopt change. Change is a constant, and if you're the type of person that can adopt and adapt to change, you're going to do well, because you have to be looking for it. In order for companies to survive, they've got to continuously reinvent themselves. The pandemic was a perfect example of that. We had to reinvent ourselves overnight to survive the pandemic, and having team members that can adopt to change and adapt to change is critical, because you can't get to the next level of your vision without that. When I'm interviewing somebody for a position, I'm not interviewing them for the position that I want to hire for. I'm interviewing them for the position that I envision somebody moving into. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But to me, it's more than anything, it's finding if that person is a fit within the culture. We have a breadth of people that have all these skill sets, and that it's very competitive. But to me, what's most important is how I could see them fitting in with the other team. If they have a personality that's passionate about learning, empowering others, collaborating and helping others out, that to me is more important than the skill set. You have to build a team that is willing to give it their all the time to produce a win, right? Whether it's a win in an animation project that you worked hard to put together and that the end result was wonderful. You've got to, whether it's a film that you're shooting, and you've got to have team members that, one, you're comfortable working with, that you can relate to, and that are willing to help you out and be there for you every step of the way, that bring the right tools to the job. So it kind of goes back to what you said, is how do you know about the tools? Well, you learn, and you learn what works best. You make sure that you know how to use your tools to be efficient and to produce optimal results, and to ensure that everyone is always contributing. What I find oftentimes is when you put together great teams, sometimes a few team members get complacent, or the excitement isn't there anymore, and so they kind of fall off a bit. And so you have to encourage them and figure out, hey, what's going on? I see that your energy level isn't there anymore. You're not contributing as much as you were before. Is this just not exciting for you anymore? So you have to understand, because if that's the case, it's great. You have to find other team members to come in and help you again reach your objective, your mission. So it's a lot of communication and working with people that want to be there, working with people that are committed just as you are to deliver the best results. So it's a lot of communication and finding out if something isn't working out for someone, and how you can figure out ways to improve it, or maybe decide that whatever that project was just isn't as exciting for them anymore, and you've got to find somebody else that can come in and be that. I grew up in a disadvantaged community, and because of organizations investing in resources to help others have access to things that they may normally not have, is important, because that's, to me, education is the only way you can continue to grow and learn and create wonderful stories. And for us, being in the animation community, in the film community, what we create are stories that others are going to learn from and feel good about. So if we can educate everyone on how to use what's available, you're only going to be able to create better stories. So equity to me is important, and giving everyone access to gear and resources and education, free education, is the best way to equip those with a vision to create the stories that they want to tell. And you'll find that oftentimes when you take one of these workshops, that it's done in such a way that you can use it immediately. It's very actionable, and you can find ways, and there's just so many resources. Aside from Filmtools, you can find anything anywhere now, and knowing how to use the gear is key. And if we can provide that, we open the doors to so many that want to create with the resources to do so, even if it's just a mobile phone and a simple light. As long as you know how to use what you have in front of you, that's key. And knowing that places exist to help you do that to me is what's key. So here at Filmtools, we offer workshops on how to use cameras, camera movement, lighting, gripping, which grip, if for those of you who don't know, is the science of putting things together, building sets and building structures to hold lights and cameras and sound. So we offer workshops on everything, how to use electrical equipment, how to use hard drives to back up your media. So we offer free classes. Right now they're virtual, but when we're over this pandemic, we'll go back to in-person events and workshops where you can use the equipment and learn how to use it to create wonderful visual pictures.